the 22R Whisperers. Bill could probably rebuild one with his eyes closed, honestly. So I called them for a little bit of help. Long story short, Bill had a 3.4 and an R150 Trans sitting on his shop floor. Fast forward to today, that's what's in the truck. But how they really helped me with my build, Bill actually upgraded my 4.7 case, and he also built out my front case, the 228 case. And on top of that, he made this custom cross member. Like, it's a one-off. Literally came out of his head. And he did his thing, and that's what I have running right now, protecting my cases. And I'm so glad I have it, because you don't know how many times I have slammed that cross member on rocks and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's what they did for me for the 4Runner. But we're on our way there, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to them, to show you all the amazing things they're doing in their shops and what they're doing out there on the trails. But first, let's get some drinks. I love my truck. I have a surprise for you. What's the surprise? I have a surprise for you. Since Bennett's not here, you can take your pick.
Oh.
Yeah. One of those is yours in the bag.
Okay. What do you say?
Thank you. You're welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Happy to see you. God, you're filming my dirty house? No way.
No.
Yes, it is. Are you kidding me? There's a mountain of dishes.
Are we gonna just cut the view right here? And it's just Denise.
Thank you.
Introducing them to some ahi poke and dried aku for the first time. Man, it doesn't change
good.
the consistency.
No, it's good. Yeah, I could eat that. Like, I like the flavor. It's, yeah, it's the consistency for me.
You want to microwave it?
No.
No?
That would be yucky.
Tiny piece.
Do you like this one right here?
Almost like your wedding day all over again.
Alright, we're gonna lose Denise for the rest of the night?
No, that's
We're
all.
just gonna focus on Bill? No.
That's so funny.
Okay, try this. This is like jerky.
Okay.
Okay, it's very fishy.
It's just fishy.
Very fishy.
Someone else not going in. It's just like fish jerky. Wow. Look at that. It looks so good. The garage.
It's clean.
Wait. Ready?
Looks so good. Looks really good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
The tin top actually looks way bigger over there than it was.
Well,
or did you
me
make it?
aired the tires up. The tires were
It was all
flat.
flat. Four tires were all flat.
Yeah.
It's so big.
It's so bad.
Oh yeah, introduce your friends.
So here we have my friends, Bill and Denise, with Fake News Offroad.
Keep your money, better have you pay the homage. Don't wait a profit, we go freeway on it. Can't ruin up the copper if you need when the name they get brought up.
Real legend never die. Still with the business, you should probably let it lie. Side 4 and 9, that's Korea suicide. Tell them one time, forever in my prime.
They remember my name. Yeah. They gon' remember my.
Here is the iconic Fake News Buggy. And look at it, it's awesome. And it didn't start off this way. So Bill and Denise, if you guys can just kind of share a little bit about just the start of when you guys first got the Sami and what it looked like, and you know, and just the whole progression.
Okay, so you want our backstory. Our backstory. I used to be a Honda guy. I still have my very first Honda that I built. And after ticket after ticket, I had a friend go, "Hey, have you ever thought about going off-road?" And I was like, "Off-road? What's that?" And he goes, "Come with me." And so my very first off-road experience was with one of my friends, Justin, in his Toyota pickup. And we went out somewhere out by Rainier to like this muddy place, and it was just straight like mud holes. There was no like wheeling or crawling or anything. And I was like, "Dude, this is cool." And he goes, "Yeah, and you don't get in trouble." And I was like, done. And so I was trying to think of like a vehicle that I would be into, and I was like, I like the Jeep, but at that time I didn't have Jeep money, so I was like, Samurai, done. I found one, and we wheeled the heck out of it. And then I was like, yo man, I want a V8 Jeep, so I went and got a V8 Jeep, and then I found out that that's a lot of money because they break parts.
Well, and we got rid of the Jeep because we got the overnighter.
And the overnighter is kind of what kicked Fake News, or kicked off our 5-year buggy plan. So when we bought the overnighter, we were told our camper, the mullet, we were told that it could hold 7,000 pounds on the back, and we're like, sweet, we'll 4-link the Jeep, it'll be fine. And then we get that thing here, we fill out all the warranty cards, we're calling in the warranties, and they're like, no, 4,500 pounds. And I was like, 4,500 pounds, even with the upgraded axles? And like, yeah, that's all you can put on there. And I was like, yikes, Jeep's not gonna work. And
we didn't even have a back seat in it at the time,
no.
And it was at, I think, 5,600 pounds.
Yeah, it was like,
was the Jeep.
Yeah.
Because it was V8, 1-tons, 40s. We had 40-inch pro comps on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It was a
way
monster truck.
too heavy for the trailer. So you went to Marketplace.
No, I didn't even find it. I had gotten a call from one of my friends, Nick. Nick got stuck up in the snow with his Samurai, and me and my friends went up there and we saved him. And I'm like, you know, don't have a wheeler at this point because I'm depressed that I spent, you know, an outrageous amount of money on this RV that I can't even use for what I bought it for. And my buddy goes, dude, check out this chassis. And I was like, all right, let me take a look. And so there was this chassis. It was this guy, 2-seater, and it was green, had green hood, green paint. And I was like, okay, it's a Samurai. I'm digging it. And so, dude, we knew the guy. It was one of my buddy, Cody. And so I hit him up and I was like, okay, what's the deal with this thing, man? Like, is it super light? And he goes, oh yeah, 4 guys could pick it up and move it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's light. And so went over, I picked it up, and he was like, yeah. I asked him, I was like, if I give you the money and I go and say it's not the weight that I want it to be at, you refund me? And he goes, oh yeah, dude, no worries. So we took it to the local scrapyard and they strapped it up in this chassis in the 2-seater form with nothing in it, just the frame and the links and the cross member. It was 1,100 pounds. And so I was like, that is a good base.
So you're telling me that you guys built this around the trailer, something that would fit on a trailer?
Correct.
Yes, correct.
That wasn't too big or too heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Jeep didn't even have a back seat in it for the kids yet. Like, Bennett was like 8 months old at the time, and it was right before we got pregnant with Macy. But it didn't even have a back seat. It didn't have the correct fuel cell. Like, there were certain things, if we were gonna put kids in it, there were certain safety things that we had to add. And when we were so far over that capacity, it was like, okay, we have to restart.
Yeah.
We can't. So we ended up completely parting the Jeep out, selling every single piece of the Jeep.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we kept from the Jeep, this is our favorite part, the winch, the 8274.
Ah.
That was on the Jeep.
Yeah.
And that was one thing Bill said, I'm not compromising in weight. We're putting the 8274 on the front because tons of laydown, like your Badlands and all that, that's way lighter than ours. But that was the one thing he was like, I have to have that winch. So we were gonna call it Project Keto, and then before I made our Instagram, he was like sharing pictures with his buddies to like their group chat. They had like a Instagram group chat.
Snapchat group chat.
Snapchat group chat, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he would send pictures all the time, and the guys would be like, oh, that's fake news, that's Photoshop, there's no way you're doing that good, Bill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no way Bill can create that, and they were just totally roasting him.
So tell me a little bit about this. The cancer sticker.
Okay, so yeah, so the fuck cancer sticker, that is kind of like, so my grandfather died from cancer, my dad died from cancer. I had one of my aunts, she had breast cancer, she passed away from breast cancer.
We just had a lot of loss and wanted to pay
Yeah.
homage to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like cancer, it's a horrible thing, and it never takes bad people. It always takes good people. And so, you know, it's like, fuck you, cancer. Yeah. So my dad, he was in the Vietnam War. He was in the Navy. He did do a couple of tours over there, and then my grandfather, he was in the Korean War. He was what did they call it back then? He was a communication specialist. So he was, he said he put up telephone poles and like radios and stuff like that. So yeah, I got their flags when they passed. So that was pretty cool. I have a 22 RE with Holley Sniper EFI. It's tuned down by DAC Performance and Tuning down in Chehalis, Washington. It's the only way I'd run a Sniper. If I was anybody putting it on a 22 RE or 22R, go get it dyno tuned. G52 Toyota 5-speed manual transmission to a stock Toyota 228 case doubled to a Dana 300 with a 4-to-1 JB conversions, 32 spline throughout, heavy duty front output. I'm running stock radiator, Subaru STI master, brake cylinder, Willwood clutch, Pro Fender coilovers, Pro Fender air shock or air bumps. I run a Dana 44s front and rear, 35 spline in the back, 30 spline in the front, 42-inch stickies, 82 Warren 8274 winch, which is like, in my opinion, the best winch ever. Yep, we just rebuilt it. Trail gear full hydro. I got a trail gear ram, trail gear orbital as well. And then I'm running a PSC TC style pump. Heated PRP seats, PRP harnesses. I got a PRP bench seat in the back, also with PRP harnesses for my kids. Front truss was built at Trail Demon Fabrication. It's a local shop out in Eatonville. Jason does really good work. Vision bead locks, Vision Manx, super. If you're looking for a decent price bead lock wheel, they're nice, and the customer service is awesome. Something cool, not a lot of people know about this. I run an Isuzu rodeo rear end housing with Jeep JK Dana 44 gears with a spool, so I have to run a low speed spool with a thick cut gear to house all that stuff, and that gives me, I call it a poor man's 35 spline Ford 9-inch because it's like $1,500 cheaper to do it this way. Because the reason why I went with that is because like on a Ford 9-inch you got 3 points of contact on your pinion gear, which it's stronger for when you're going straight from like you're doing like launches or you're beating on it, because there's 3 points of contact on the ring gear, where on a regular like Dana, you know, Dana 44 or Dana 60, you've only got 2 points of contact on the pinion. It's just weak. It's a weak point for like our sport. Oh yeah, my fuel tank. So me and Denise went back and forth on fuel tanks because we wanted to be safe because it's going to be right behind the seat. So we went with an RCI, the RCI crawler tank. It's like a 3-in-1 tank. So you've got a steel case that goes around a plastic tank that has a bladder inside of it. And it's super sealed up and it's a nice unit. And we went with that. It's 15 gallon. Haven't had any issues with it. I've actually got a huge dent in the back from when I came off a rock up at Reeder, and it pushed it into the gas tank, and the gas tank didn't dent. So it's pretty stout. And that's about it.
So can you guys take me on a tour of the shop where all the magic happens?
Yeah.
This is my toolbox. I didn't start with this toolbox. I had one like half this size. It was like, you know, boom, your traditional Craftsman toolbox. And then getting into working on these rigs, having to have all the specialty tools and stuff like that, Denise surprised me on Father's Day with a toolbox. So this is kind of like what I work out of normally. And then I got a cart. It's super organized, as you can tell. So this is basically my fabrication area. This is where I get all my down and dirty glue gun, glitter gun, whatever you want to call it. This is where I do a lot of that. I run a Hobart 210, 200 amp machine. For those of you that are thinking about starting like working in your garage and welding and stuff, I can tell you from what I've learned, like just start out with like a 200 amp machine or 180 amp for like if you're gonna do like what we're doing, if you're welding on bumpers, frames and stuff like that, because it allows you to weld one time, right, on really thick stuff. Where like a smaller machine, like a 145 or anything smaller than that, you're gonna have to do like triple passes just to get a good, it's a lot of technical stuff. Just get a 200 amp machine and then it's easier. I got this table given to me from my good buddy Brock because he was moving, and I was like, dude, what are you doing with that table? And he goes, you want it? I go, yeah. He goes, yours. And I go, sweet. So this table here has expanded metal on the top, so I can ground anywhere on this table and weld to it. And then I got my extra light, you know, keep it bright. When you're working on stuff in your garage, you want to keep it bright all the time. That's why your dad yelled at you to keep the light straight. And this is my tube bender. It's kind of dirty. I haven't used it in a long time. I run a Rogue Fab tube bender. I bought this like way back when that dude was first starting out. Like what was it, 2012 is when I bought this guy. I bought this and a tube notcher with 3 dies. I think, what were we out of pocket, 900 bucks? Unheard of now.
Oh yeah.
And we had to weld it. We had to weld it and put it all together ourselves, but it works really good. Built the whole back half of the buggy with this guy.
So now what is this?
This is my new ride.
Your new ride.
We're super excited about it. This is my tin top Samurai. It's my second tin top Samurai. So I used to daily drive one that I loved. The difference between the tin top and the soft top is this is all one piece. It doesn't come apart. The other ones are rag tops and you can take them all apart, but this is just a full body rig. This one's a 1986, I think.
Nice. It's so clean.
I have 06 and up Super Duty axles to put underneath it. I think we're gonna do a 1UZ swap in it.
Yeah, 1UZ swap.
I'm super excited. So this thing is gonna be Toyota based, but also Ford.
Very cool.
Put a lot of my own. This thing will live on limiter.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see it at King of LB. Like I'm gonna race it, so it'll be in like a lot of.
Oh, with the
events.
1UZ, you'll just fly.
Well, I'll be geared to where I can crawl if I want to.
Yeah.
But I like going fast too.
Fake News, and apparently nobody else has driven Fake News, so I feel kind of special right now.
Yeah. And I mean, not many people have driven yours, and I get to go drive yours, so here we go.
Denise and Bill have not only played a big part of my runner's rebuild, but most importantly, they have impacted and added to my life in more ways than they will ever know, which is why they are a part of the Theee.Krisss Ohana. They are some of the most generous people that I know, always putting others first and willing to lend a hand anytime there's a need. I will forever be grateful for everything they have done for me. Don't forget to check them out on Instagram and over on their YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of the Builder series. Tune in for part 3 to drop in the next few weeks. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when I drop the next episode. Until the next one, aloha!